Hello. As you can see, I'm tanned because I'm back from my summer vacation, and today I'll talk about my jet set makeup selection. This time my vacations were on the expensive side, on exclusive places, and I wanted makeup to be perfect. And the only compromise is that I didn't bring with me the Byredo Bibliophile palette. That is my favorite neutral palette. But other than that, I didn't accept compromises, and you will see why. I did one thing. I depotted my Pat McGrath palette. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments, because I depotted, I did mistakes. So if you want me to share my mistakes, you will see my mistakes. Is this one, see? So I depotted the special shades, let's say the hard gelée shades. This is a MAC eyeshadow. My favorite hard gelée shades, but a casualty happened and I lost almost half of my favorite gold in my entire collection, because it is a light and kind of cool toned gold. I went there by plane, and yeah, I could not bring the entire Mothership. I had to decide whether to let these eyeshadow expired closed in their case or use them and enjoy them. It's a personal choice, but for me, I cannot deal with those heavy palettes. I tend to use Pat McGrath shades only because of these hard gelée shades. It's the reason why I purchased them. It's the reason why I love them. And it's the reason why I would like to use them. So that's why I depotted them. So these four are from the Mothership 1, and this one is from the Mothership 10, Divine Rose 2. This is my selection. And I added a matte shade to even out my lids before applying this as one and done. So I started with my favorite item in this jet set selection. I used the gold mostly and this shade. And I also have used this other shade, you see, beautiful. This is one of my most complimented shades on me. Yeah, I used all of three. I didn't use the blue. Then I could not exclude these Violette Far blushes. I brought with me this shade that is the pink. These are perfect for tanned skin. These are a little bit smokier, darker colors compared to what is on the market. For me, this was a no-brainer. Also because of the finish. These are creams. I will swatch now with fingers. I avoided that in the past when I did my video, but I want to show you that these are cream. It's totally creamy. So they are closer to Prada than, it's not cream to powder that is stay powder. This is cream. And then it evolves, it dries down in a powdery finish, but it's totally cream. And yeah, you can see how elegant it is on tanned skin. This is my favorite. Great quality. I love the finish, how blurring it is. It erases my pores because of the matte finish. Was my favorite item in my Violette Far haul. As for powder, I brought with me my Valentino powder, quite similar to the Prada one, in that is a little bit more silicone in terms of texture. This is very blurring. The only con is that there's a little bit of perfume, but it's the same texture of the blushes. So I will focus on this powder. I think it's fantastic. It was all about the finish on my skin. So for me, the combo of a foundation that I'll show you in a minute, plus this powder, plus hourglass finishing powder, gave me the best effect for nights out, for pictures, also in real life. This is one of my star products for my base. Then I also use this. Here's my trio by Farah Midi. I'm using this quite a lot to have that lived-in effect instead of waiting for a couple of hours. When I have a special occasion, when I want to have that 90s look with intense eyes, smoky eyes, what I do usually is put hours before just a black kajal on my eyes. Then it will evolve over hours and give me a sexier look. So then I can wash my face, but I will still have a little bit of that kajal on my eyes and gives intensity on my eyes. That is my trick. I can avoid that by using these creams to give that smoky lift-in effect, smudging in these two darkest colors. So this was the reason why I picked this. I love these eyeshadows. Not a must buy, but I could not avoid these if I wanted a specific sexy look for these glam nights. So these were paired with these. So this was, let's say, the base. I started with the pencils and then used this, and then topped up with one of these, and this was quick but high impact and high glam, sophisticated looks. Fantastic for summer outs in very exclusive places. Then a neutral basic palette. I mainly used this MAC Omega. This was the only one I used. This is Hermes, this is ABH, and this is Stevina, and this is MAC. Contour for my eyes. I used it occasionally. Then I had two bronzers. One is the Chantecaille. I didn't record a video about this. Maybe let me know if you're still interested. This is great. It was fantastic, especially in the beginning. And then I switched to a darker one. That is this one. This is my summer palette. This is a great blush. I use this as well. You see? I wanted a darker option for when I was more tanned. Red berry color, fantastic on tan skin. And this is my bronzer for when I'm tanned. Great. Harshly Formula. This was a Bobbi Brown palette from some years ago. I had both the versions. This was the darkest and then the lightest. I decluttered my lightest because the bronzer was too orange. The blush and highlighter were fantastic, but I had something similar in my collection. But this is irreplaceable. I don't have anything like this in my collection. So has a spot, and this is my summer palette. I'm not into golden highlighters, but I use this as well. It was appropriate for these nights outs. Just for comparison, this bronzer is fantastic. It is finally a neutral color from Chantecaille, because usually all the shades were kind of warm, and there was that Goa shade that was darker, like more like this one by Bobbi Brown. But this finally is, you see, you don't see a lot right now, but is a neutral shade for when I'm lighter, cooler tone. So it's perfect now for a slight contour on my face, but later on it will become a bronzer. I paid full price for it because I wanted it before my vacation, so it was for me a must buy. Chantecaille does exquisite products. They are overpriced, so right now I think there's a sale going on, and this is a must buy. It's a recommendation. It's great. Harshly Formula without glitters. It's shiny without glitters. I will reserve a proper comparison when I'm lighter, because right now it doesn't make sense to make comparisons because you can barely see. And most of my collection of bronzers is as light as this, of course. And it's rare for me to recommend a Chantecaille product because of the price points, but some of their products are exquisite, and this is one of them. If you still don't have bought the Pharaoh Midi bronzer, I much prefer this one, to be honest, rather than the Boise that I have swatched. And by the way, I have decluttered by this point. And then I have the two Kiko blushes from the latest summer collection. Well, these were it. I used this one, the number one. This is perfect for summer. It's not a shade that I would use when I'm fair. So this is a summer blush. Luminous blush. The effect on the skin is smoother than I expected. They have no glitters. This is baked. So great texture, smooth and shiny. You can see that this is Harshly, this is baked. There's slight difference. This is smoother, the Bobbi Brown highlighter. But this, I can guarantee that the effect on the skin is almost as smooth as well. So highly recommended for summer, to be honest. And this number two, I brought as well. This I prefer on fair skin. I didn't use it for my summer, so I ended up using only this one. I have my finishing powders by Hourglass. This is a custom palette that I made by depotting Hourglass. You see, this is not stable in its place, but you know that I'm progressing. This area is my most used. This is my favorite finishing powder. Gives me truly in real life a filtered look, because it's easy to have a filtered look on camera, but it's the real life effect that counts for me. It is fragrance free. It is more convenient to bring with me compared to Guerlain Meteorites that are also more glittery a little bit compared to these ones. In this case, yeah, there are some that are a little bit more glittery, like this one. These are bulky, and they were the bulkiest I could accept in this Jet Set selection. This gloss by Kiko, I like the fact that it is dark, so when I'm tanned, I prefer darker shades. I brought with me also this Samarix primer. Guys, I don't know what to say. Mariam loves it. I don't. It doesn't do anything for me. I use this as a base for the night out when I went to a club, because I said, okay, I'm sweating there. Maybe I want to makeup to be more resistant. I'm not sure it does anything for me in that respect, but I need to test it more. This is a mini size of the bulb, and this is the colorless version. I rarely talk about bases here in my channel, but to me the most flawless base is this Clé de Peau foundation that, again, I use not all over my face. I like the packaging, hygienic, lightweight, but is the performance of the product that is fantastic. It's high coverage, but can sheared out, and is smoothing, blurs my pores. So the combo of this one plus the Valentino one, this is my flawless base. This is my golden set. I reserve this for, you know, more special occasions. I never do a full face, but for events, like it was the case in this vacation, this is the one for me. And the powder on top, magic combo. This trio is the best for me. About brushes, I brought with me expensive and inexpensive brushes. I will focus on the ones that I wanted because they are the best. This unfortunately is discontinued, but is the iconic airbrush by Wayne Goss. For powder brushes, so not Violette, Kiko and Bobbi Brown. This was the best brush I could ever think of. It can be used for powder as well, but since I had a powder in that form that wants to be buffed, I then used a buffer. This one by Sonia G. This is the soft definer, and I love this brush. I have two of them. I like the fact it's not a pencil brush, it's a small blender, so I use around my eyes for smokier colors to smudge powders, for precision application as well. It was a replacement of a pencil. I didn't bring a pencil with me, but I brought this one. And for the creams, like the Pharaoh Midi creams, my favorite brush is this Wessel brush. This is Classic 4, London Brush Company. This filbert shape with the point is flat, but with this point that gives precision. This is my best brush. It's all purpose, but in this case I used for the cream. The other must-have was this Refer LC02 because it was a perfect medium size for my foundation. When I'm more relaxed, I don't need concealer under my eyes, so it was just to correct my discolorations. I brought with me also this one, but it's not a holy grail for me. This is BK Beauty NG Hot Flashy A506 for concealer, but these were, let's say, the must-haves that were irreplaceable. These four: Sonia G, London Brush Company Classic 4, and then the airbrush by Wayne Goss, and this Refer LC02. The mascara is the one I used every day, is the Chanel Le Volume de Chanel. Volumizing great. I need to finish it. Truly Holy Grail, no, is replaceable with other volumizing mascara that I love. For example, the YSL. My Holy Grail pencil is the Sisley one, the matte, the brown one, matte 2. This is my Holy Grail. And I had this one for the smoky high sexy look, and together with the Victoria Beckham, because I need something that smudges. This for precision that lasts a lot, plus this to create a sexy effect. Then I finished the look with the creams by Farah Midi. This by Kiko is fantastic. It is a highlighter with golden reflects. And for lips, I wanted something colorful. This is only by Goody. It's my Dose of Colors red shade. It's an old one. Can have 10 years. Kiss of Fire. When I use the red on my lips, I want low maintenance. I need to place it and never touch again. And this does this for me. I use it twice a year. Summer vacation and Christmas holidays. I also brought with me this one. I used it, but usually when I went out, it was for dinner and I didn't retouch it. So it was just before dinner, then I removed it and I stayed with the balm. That's it. Let me know if you have some favorites here. Almost all are Holy Grails, especially the base ones, and my Pat McGrath, my blushes. It's truly my curated collection that is for glam makeup when I want to look perfect. These are my staples and I love the result. Until next time, bye.